Hello and welcome to this month's Team Brief podcast. Today I'm with the Central Venous Access team who are going to talk to me about the launch of this year's Lancashire Lair. Last year we ran this Dragon's Den style ideas pitch for the very first time, and now it's back for the second year running. The Lancashire Lair is an opportunity for you to share your ideas about how we can do things differently. Your suggestions can be large or small, as long as they improve the quality of care that we provide, help streamline what we do, or help make this a great place to work. We'd be really keen to listen to them. So Lindsay was shortlisted to pitch her idea last year. Lindsay, what was your project about and where is it up to now?
So my project was to look at introducing ECG technology to confirm tip placement of PICC lines after we've placed them at bedside as opposed to chest x-rays. So hopefully that would look at saving money, being more beneficial for the patient, and just a better experience all around for both the placer and the patient. We'd already started trialling 2 pieces of ECG technology, but just needed to look forward as to what I needed to do next with that. And after presenting at Lancashire Lair, I was given support in developing my business plan. That's almost complete now, and I just need a little bit more as far as the technical side of thing with the ECGs, comparing it to the x-rays that we've done with one of the consultant radiologists, and that's planned for next month.
Very good. So how did you find being a part of the Lancashire Lair project?
It was really good. I mean, it was quite terrifying going in to actually do the presentation, but once I got in there, everybody was really relaxed, very encouraging. Asked some questions at the end of my presentation, but nothing that I wasn't able to answer them, and I've just felt that I have had the support there following it.
Excellent. So what would you say to people who are thinking about applying to be a part of Lancashire Lair this year?
I'd say definitely, if you've got any sort of idea of anything to improve the patient experience, save the trust money, I would definitely put that idea forward, and hopefully you'll get shortlisted to move it forward.
Excellent. Thank you very, very much indeed for sharing your experiences with us. Please look on the internet for details about how you can apply, and I look forward to hearing your ideas. Next, I just wanted to give you an update about the situation at Chorley A&E. It's now 9 weeks since the emergency department at Chorley Hospital was temporarily replaced by an urgent care centre, and since then we've been doing everything we can to recruit enough middle grade doctors to reinstate the department. To provide a safe service at both hospitals, we need a total of 14 middle grade doctors, and to ensure the service is sustainable and not overly dependent on locum staff who can leave with less than 24 hours notice. 10 of the 14 doctors required need to be permanent, and the remaining 4 temporary. We have received excellent applications from 4 potential permanent staff, and interviews are currently being arranged. We continue to secure locum doctors, a number of whom are currently on trial in our departments, and it is possible that some of these temporary staff may accept long-term or permanent contracts, which will further boost our sustainable staffing position. We've also identified 2 overseas candidates who we hope to be able to appoint. However, this will take some time to process due to legal requirements. If all of the new trainee doctors that we have been allocated for the next rotation in August are actually available to work, and we are able to appoint 1 more permanent doctor and continue to fill any gaps with locums, we will have sufficient doctors. If we achieve that staffing position, we hope to be in a position to reinstate the department from the end of August. However, we cannot give any guarantees as this depends on a number of factors. Whilst we continue to make every effort to secure all the doctors that we need, if we do not have the right number, we will not be able to reinstate the department in August because it would not be safe to do so. We won't know until August exactly how many trainee doctors will report for work. There's a lot more information about this on the intranet, and further news will be shared as and when there's something to report. If you have any questions or concerns about the temporary changes, you can always email me via the Valuing Your Voice email address. We also now have a Freedom to Speak Up team who can help support staff with any concerns that you may have about what is happening at work. It can be about absolutely anything: potential risk to patients, professional misconduct, financial malpractice, anything that you're concerned about, we welcome your genuine concerns, and we have a dedicated team that is committed to dealing openly and professionally with your issue. The first person to speak to should always be your line manager or your specialty business manager. But if you don't feel able to raise your concern through your line management structure, you can speak up with the Freedom to Speak Up Guardian, the Independent Executive Director, or the Independent Non-Executive Director. The team are entirely independent and trained to deal with your concerns. You will be fully supported, and you can choose to remain anonymous if you wish. Okay, so now let's talk about our performance targets this month. We've seen some disappointing figures over the last month, and we've only achieved 2 out of the 9 cancer targets, and that's the lowest that we have seen for a long time. These figures are subject to change following validation, but it's likely to remain as it is. I know how busy our hospitals are, and we're not alone. Most of the surrounding hospitals are also feeling the pressure, and they're struggling to cope. But we really need to focus on pulling those figures back up. We've achieved some great results in terms of infection control and harm-free care, which is fantastic. And we've also had some great results in terms of patient experience, which is brilliant, and it really highlights your dedication to our patients, even when the times are tough. We've also received good results in a national questionnaire completed by adult inpatients. More of our patients completed the survey this year, and we received higher scores for 41 of the 74 questions compared to 2014, which is an amazing achievement. More details can be found on our website, and the full details about our performance figures can be found in the Word document of Team Brief. And just a couple of other things to mention before I finish. We've really been focusing on the health and well-being of our staff, which is really important, particularly when you're all working under such pressure. We now have a health and well-being centre which hosts a range of services such as mindfulness sessions and advice about finance. We've partnered with a company called Squirrel to offer free access to a service that helps you manage your money. It's an online service, and it helps you create savings goals, set aside cash that goes automatically from your pay, and you can choose to have your monthly salary paid into your Squirrel account, then delivered to you weekly, which some people prefer to help them budget more effectively. The service is free to all of our staff, so to find out more, look on the health and wellbeing page of the intranet. Also on there, you'll see details about Workout at Work Day next month. Everybody is encouraged to build more physical activity into their working day to help you stay fit and healthy. There's a variety of activities being organised, including the Cycle a Mile Challenge in Charters Restaurant, and our physios will be in office areas giving advice on desk-based exercises. We're also looking for teams to get involved and pledge to get active on the day, and there will be prizes for the most original activity and highest levels of team participation. Let the Health and Wellbeing team know how you're planning to get active and send us your photographs on the day. Best of luck. Now, there have been some payroll changes for people carrying out temporary job roles. Anybody who's on secondment, acting up, or carrying out a temporary change of hours will now only be paid up till the end date stated on the last workforce form received. And that means that staff will only be paid for that temporary arrangement up until that date, and will return to their substantive arrangement from that date onwards unless a further form is submitted in time extending the temporary arrangement. So managers, to make sure pay for your staff is accurate, you must submit workforce forms in advance of any previously notified expiry dates. You'll get monthly reports highlighting the arrangements that are due to end, but try to keep your own records too. We're introducing this measure not only to prevent overpayments, but also to ensure we hold the correct information on contractual arrangements to support our workforce processes around vacancy management and workforce planning. If you've got any questions about this new process, please contact Katie Phillips in HR or Carol Bradley in Payroll. There are also changes being brought in for apprenticeships. From April next year, we will be required to pay an apprenticeship levy that will be used to fund apprenticeship training for both new and existing members of staff. The changes mean that we can deliver even more apprenticeships than we do currently, and hopefully with far less restrictions. Whilst these changes present an opportunity to us, they also present some challenges. We're seeing an ever-increasing number of sales calls and emails from training companies looking to work with us. And whilst in most cases these training providers will be of a good standard and offer the support we're looking for, there are others we simply would not choose to work with. As a trust, we've put in place quality systems to ensure training that is provided for us meets strict quality standards. Please ensure all inquiries and planned activities first discussed with the Apprenticeship Coordinator Andrew Stone, and he will support you. We'll keep everybody informed of the changes to apprenticeships and their funding as further guidance is published throughout the year. And while we're talking about apprentices, a big well done to our IT apprentice David Waring, who's been awarded Apprentice of the Month by the Informatics Skills Development Network. David is currently working on the IT project aimed at achieving a completely paperless NHS by the year 2020. He supports the development of e-learning and his work has really enhanced staff training. So that's all for this month. Please join me again next time for another update.